June 22nd, 2018. You're 7 years old. 7. Been wanting to do this for a while. I tried several times, but I just couldn't. Every time I did, it felt wrong. Something wasn't right. I deleted. Try again. Tried writing it out. Something didn't feel right. Needed to be correct. Did some soul searching, thinking back, and I realized what was wrong was my version of events. I'd been putting it all off on your mama. And then I saw where I started the dance. Now, may not agree with the tactics, but when you start the fight, you can't complain how someone else tries to win. It's been a few months, actually, since I figured that part out. But, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I went back to where my plan was, start. Tell the story of you. You were wanted. Badly. But I screwed it up. Messed it up. I met your mama in Tulsa. She was so beautiful. Very beautiful young lady. Quite a bit younger than me. We were friends for a while. And then we became something more. And you came about. I found out about you right a couple days after I lost my job. And some other, all kinds of craziness going on. So I talked your mama into moving from Tulsa to Oklahoma City. Tried to be down here. Thought it might give us a leg up. Your Uncle Sean and Aunt Wendy do a pretty good job of getting in my head. Maybe they'd keep me grounded. And after a little while, your mama wanted to go back with Nay, your brother and sister. I didn't understand at the time. I wanted to wait until we had a stake. And it's not an excuse, just the fact I didn't know. I thought I knew. I'd been a lot of kids' stepdad or father figure, but I'd never had my very own. I didn't understand that pull, how strong it could be. And so your mom moved without me. And things went crazy from there. Details doesn't matter. Again, I started the fight. I didn't see it at the time. as abandoning. I was foolishly waiting for her to see the error of her ways and come back. It didn't work out that way. I spent my entire first 38 years being very, very careful not to have a child because I wanted to break the cycle. I'll explain that part of it later. And then somehow did it all over. There's an old saying, and by the time you can see this, you get to be able to hear it. It's been said, I can fuck up a wet dream. Just give me a few minutes. Oops, wasn't supposed to curse there, was I? But I did. The first time I saw you, other than while we were still together and your mama was sleeping and I'd sing to her belly. I don't think she ever knew that, but the first time I saw you outside was on the side of Highway 51, just outside of Catoosa. Came there for the DNA swabs. And when they brought you out there, I was looking into a little picture of me. And I still did. At that point, obviously, just now figured it out not too long ago. Didn't know what I had done to cause all the heat. I didn't understand it, I guess. Or maybe I was trying to fool myself. I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. Hopefully someday I will. But I was scared that if I tried to hold you, that you'd be gone again. So I took the test. Where's that? Held my finger. Smiled up at me real big. He was 3 months old? 3.5, 4 months old, something like that. So pretty. Smiled real big. We separated. I drove off. I don't know how far I got. Had to pull over. Broke down and cried a little bit. Not something I normally do. Kind of an old school guy. Don't do a lot of that. Then some more stuff happened that doesn't matter. And I got to see you. Every other weekend. Wasn't much. I moved up to Tulsa so I could be closer. Because now I understood. Didn't make the connection, but now I understood why your mama wanted to be up there so bad with your brother and sister. Your older brother and sister, obviously. I felt that pull. Like I said, I didn't make the connection. I was hiding it from myself or something. Maybe I was just too stupid. I don't know. But those few weekends, for 48 hours at a time, Those were the best periods of my life ever. Ever. It was even better than when I found out your mama was pregnant. And I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know. But I know that having you there, play with you, laugh, what you learn, that was the coolest thing ever. And during that time, me and your mom were still fighting back and forth, back and forth. And again, may not like her tactics. I'm mad at her for them. And I started to fight. I can't complain how she fought it. Not mentally, emotionally. Kind of reached a breaking point. There were some other people involved. It got pretty black, pretty dark. And I felt if I was at a crossroads, I had to make a decision. I could take you and disappear. But I didn't. One, it's not a good life for a kid. Life on the run. And it's not a way to grow up. Even, if you didn't know the details or anything, because you were still real little. But it wouldn't have been right. I'd keep fighting as I was, and it wasn't getting anywhere. I could fight dirty. But I had made a promise not to hurt your mama. I didn't realize it at the time. But changing tactics, I would have known what was going to happen. And I don't know that would have put you in a better spot. I don't know if it was the right thing. I pray to God it was. But I knew that it couldn't continue as it was, because it was getting dangerously close to something bad. And it's not me. I was somewhere that I'd never been emotionally, maybe it's mentally, I don't know. And I thought they'd give you a better life. It was the hardest thing I ever did. Which sounds cliche, kind of because it is. It's the truth. There's not a day goes by that I don't regret it. But the place I went to after that, and maybe it was because of it, because I signed off, let you go, continued the family tradition. Something broke. It was pretty bad for a while. I started scrabbling, getting back together. Your uncle running did a whole lot to pull me back from that edge. Put my feet back under me. Get me thinking, at least thinking again, rather than just reacting and waiting for the bus to hit or whatever. It's a daily thing. Not a day goes by I don't miss you, son. The very, very first thing I think of in the morning is you. It's been over 5 years. No. It's a little over 4 years. And there's times I still wake up on a Saturday or Sunday and get up, go check on you. You're the one great thing I ever did in this life. Did a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, a whole bunch of stuff in the middle. But you're the one thing that was great. Well, I'm gonna leave you. It's kind of the thing I say my prayer to or whatever night when I go to bed and run this little thing through my mind. About 19 months old, maybe 20. Not quite 2. And is it that? Yeah. We're at the farm. We're playing with the little Hot Wheels, the little Hot Wheel track on the living room floor. And you stood up and you walked around the track to me and you grabbed my finger. It was this one this time. And you pulled on it. So I got up and you led me back down the hall in the bedroom. And in the bedroom I had a big old bed and this big old overstuffed recliner. It was big enough for you to sit right here. There wasn't as much of this then. There was still a lot of it, but there wasn't quite so much. That's where, when it was time to go to bed, we put in your movie and watch it. You go to sleep, put your bed in, But you kind of didn't push me into it, but you were trying to get me to go. So I sat down in the chair and I reached down to pick you up because I thought maybe you wanted a nap, you want to watch a movie. And you went over and you sat down in the little baby chair. There's a little plastic baby chair sitting over in the corner. And you proceeded to give me a talking to. Blah, 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 blah. Even keel voice. You weren't yelling. You were giving me a lecture. I have no idea what it was. It was everything I could do just not to bust up laughing. So, yes, son. Okay, son. And blah, 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 blah. A good 10, 15 minutes. And then your speech done, you got up, went back in the living room. So, after I wiped the tears out of my eyes a little bit, because that's just the cutest damn thing I ever seen, I went back out there We started playing again. First, I thought maybe I wasn't supposed to be playing with you, so I sat back. Then you wanted some help moving the tracks around. We did that. We played a little bit longer. You got up, walked around over there, grabbed this finger right here. Again. Took me back in there, set me back in my chair, went back in yours, and gave me another lecture. Blah, 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 blah. In my almost 3 weeks short of 46 years, the happiest damn time. 4 hours, whatever it was. I play that back to myself every night. Never forget you, son. Lord willing, I'm still here in 2029. I plan on being there on June 22nd. I won't be looking to make no big ruckus. It was my fault. Just be happy to see my boy again. I love you, son. Happy birthday.